senior thesis on the role of artificial intelligence in detecting and preventing phishing attacks. Phishing is a type of cyber attack that relies on social engineering, meaning it manipulates people rather than exploiting technical weaknesses. For example, you might receive an email that looks like it's from your bank asking you to click this link, verify your account, and then once you click the link, it will take you to a fake website and it will require you to input your information, and that's how the attackers can get your information and steal it. For example, another one is phishing can also occur through text messages called smishing and phone calls known as phishing. Because the attacks are target human behavior, they are often successful. So some of the examples for smishing might be a text message from the tollway, even though I haven't gotten text messages like that, and it's been from somewhere I've never even been. And they want you to click a link, and then that's how they take your information. Or another one for phishing, I have gotten phone calls from a number, and it'll like automatically just go straight to voicemail, and then the voicemail will say like, "Hi, I've been trying to reach you. Please call me back," even though it won't have any personal information at all. They haven't even said my name. And I've had multiple phone calls from different numbers just like that. That's another way. Evolution of phishing. In the early days, phishing emails were easy to spot. They often have poor grammar, generic greetings such as "dear user," and suspicious links. However, modern phishing attacks have become much more advanced. For example, spear phishing targets a specific individual and may include personal details such as your name, job title, and company. Attackers gather this information from social media or data breaches. Today, phishing can occur a lot through emails, social media, or even collaborative team sources such as Slack or Teams. Most recently, attackers started using AI to generate realistic messages that sound professional and convincing, making them harder to detect. Problem statement. Traditional phishing detection systems often rely on fixed rules such as blocking known malicious URLs and detecting certain keywords. The problem is that this system cannot adapt quickly to new threats. For example, if an attacker creates a brand new phishing website, and the rule-based system may not be able to recognize it because it is so new and it's never seen it before. This creates an ongoing arms race. As defenders improve security, attackers develop new techniques to bypass them. Because of this, there's a need for more smarter, adaptive solutions which create this is where artificial intelligence will come in. Research objectives. The goal of this research is to better understand how AI can attack and improve phishing detection and prevention. First, I analyze different AI techniques used in cybersecurity. Second, I evaluate how well machine learning and deep learning models perform. Third, I explore the prevention strategies, not just detection. And finally, I identify challenges such as AI-generated phishing and ethical concerns. These objectives help provide a complete picture of AI's role in modern cybersecurity. Machine learning approaches. Machine learning works by learning patterns from data. For example, a machine learning model can analyze thousands of emails and can learn phishing emails often contain certain features, suspicious links, and have an unusual sender address, and the urgent language such as "act now." Models like decision trees or random forests often use they classify emails with either phishing or legitimate based websites based off of these features. However, one limitation is that these models depend heavily on qualitative data. If the training data is outdated or incomplete, the models may fail to detect these new phishing techniques. Deep learning models. Deep learning takes machine learning a step further by the neural networks to analyze these complete patterns. For example, a convolutional neural network can analyze how websites' visual layout and to detect if the fake version is the real website, or such as like a fake PayPal login page. Long short-term memory models, or LSTMs, are especially useful for analyzing sequences such as email, text, because they can understand the context over time. These models perform better because they do not rely on manual feature selection, but they also require more data and computational power. NLP and transformer models. Natural language processors, or NLP, allow computers to understand the human language. For example, NLP can detect suspicious phrases like "your account has been compromised" or "click here immediately." As seen on this example from the Amazon, it kind of got cut off, but up top it had a fake like email address, like it wasn't straight from Amazon. And then here, like it's not personalized at all. It just says "Dear Client," and then there's a link for Amazon. However, it wouldn't really. They normally wouldn't give you a link to click on. Also, transformer models like BERT can go even further by understanding context. For instance, they can distinguish between a legitimate security alert and a fake one by analyzing the tone, structure, and meaning. This is especially important because modern phishing emails are often so well written and grammatically correct that it is harder to detect from the older models. AI-based prevention strategies. AI is not only used by detecting phishing, but also to prevent it. For example, user behavior models can track how often a user clicks links, logs into certain locations, and it usually detects unusual activity, and the system can flag it as suspicious. Adaptive filtering systems continuously update themselves based on new threats improving over time. Additionally, AI is used in training programs. For example, employees might receive simulated phishing emails, and the system will adapt training based on how they respond, helping with future risks. Generative AI threats. One of the biggest challenges today is the use of generative AI by attackers. For example, attackers can use AI tools to write the phishing emails that sound completely professional and natural with no spelling errors. They can also prevent personalized messages using from social media and making the attack more convincing, like inputting a name rather than the old one where it just said "Dear Client." Another challenge is adversarial attacks, where attackers intentionally modify inputs, like slightly changing the URLs, which can trick the new AI systems into misclassifying them. So it makes it seem like it's actually real instead of detecting it as being fake. This detection is more difficult and highlights the need for stronger defenses. Methodology, oh gosh. This study uses quantitative approach, meaning it focuses on measurable data and statistic analysis. I use data sets from sources like Kaggle and the UCI Machine Learning Repository, which includes phishing and legitimate examples. So here, that's one of the Kaggle data sets. And this data set compiled for researchers to study phishing email tactics. It combines emails from a variety of sources to create comprehensive resources for analysis. The data is cleaned and prepared, then uses to train It is used to train different machine learning and deep learning models. Each model was tested on new data to evaluate how well it is at detecting phishing attacks. Evolution metrics. To evaluate the models, I use several metrics. Accuracy, measuring how often the model is correct overall. Precision, measuring how often detecting phishing emails are actually phishing. Recall measures how many real phishing attacks are successfully detected. For example, a model with high recall is important because missing a phishing attack can have serious consequences. The F1 score balances precision and recall, and the ROC AUC measures overall performance across all these different thresholds. Results and findings. The results showed that deep learning models perform the best. For example, the LSTM model achieved more than a 97% accuracy and a very high recall, meaning it successfully detected the most amount of phishing attacks. Machine learning models like SVM and random forest performed well, but they were less effective on complex or new phishing attacks. And these results confirm that AI, especially deep learning, significantly improves phishing detection and compared to traditional methods. Discussion of implications. These findings are important in implications for cybersecurity. Organizations can improve their defense by using AI-based systems, especially hybrid approaches that combine multiple techniques. For example, combining rule-based filters with deep learning models can provide a stronger defense system. However, these systems must continuously be updated to keep up with the evolving threats. There are also ethical concerns, such as ensuring user privacy and avoid biased data from AI models. Conclusion and future research. In conclusion, artificial intelligence plays a critical role in preventing and detecting phishing attacks. While AI significantly improves accuracy and adaptability, challenges such as adversarial attacks and AI-generated phishing still remain. Future research will include improving explainable AI, developing more robust models, and testing systems in real-world environments. Ultimately, combining technology with user awareness will be the key to strengthening cybersecurity. Thank you for your time. And here are my references. And then, thank you. Yes.
Sound like